Hello everybody. Now, as you can see here, this is probably going to be my last PlayStation Vita video, and I honestly don't really see a reason to make more, and I'll show you why in the video. But first, let me take a look at one of the common complaints I've got about my Vita videos in the past. One of them has been, if you don't like a system, then why are you talking about it, and why did you buy it? Well, here's the thing. As you can see, I have the GameStop page for webarchive.org for the Vita for a very good reason, and let me explain. I'm going to show you back in 2012 what the Vita was marketed as and what there was on sites such as GameStop. And a friend's messaging me on Steam, but whatever. Here is the page for it on GameStop's site. Now, as you can see, wow, Vita never stopped playing. Now, of course, these buttons don't work because, this is an archive copy, but we can see what the Vita has on the very front page. And what do we see? Wi-Fi Assassin's Creed bundle, Wi-Fi Call of Duty bundle, Wi-Fi Madden bundle, Vita with Wi-Fi, and of course the refurbished ones. Now, as you can see there's a lot of games. There's Assassin's Creed for the Vita, Call of Duty on the Vita, all these fighting games, role-playing games. Sure, one of the main arguments I saw against the Vita by fanboys back in 2012 was that a lot of them were ports. But here's the thing. These were these full-size games now on the go. And keep in mind, there is in fact a demand for full-size games on the go. Just take a look at what you see on the PC gaming part of the gaming market. You'll see this all the time. People trying to put full-size games on the go. In fact, that's why gaming laptops exist and why so many people beg for gaming laptops. As you can see Sony's franchises. You can see new intellectual property. You can see BlazBlue. You can see Rayman. You can see FIFA, you can see Call of Duty, you can see all these games on the Vita. Just keep in mind, this was in 2012. And even compared to today, there were a lot more games on the Vita back in 2012. Now let's take a look at what's coming out in the year 2014 for the Vita. But first, I might as well show you what the GameStop page for this said. The GameStop page for the Vita, in fact, let me actually open up the Vita page in another tab for the normal Vita. And let's take a look at what it says here. Talks about how on GameStop, how the Vita gives you a nice OLED display, which you can't get anymore. Talks about how you get continuous, uninterrupted gameplay between your PS3 and Vita. Guess what? This only happened with a handful of games, and it didn't even work the best either. Merge the real world and the game world with front and rear camera enabled augmented reality. Guess what? The augmented reality was barely used. And of course, here's the biggie. Feel the full-on intensity of first-person shooters with dual analog sticks. I'm going to show you just how many FPSs the Vita has in a second. But first, let's take a look at what else it offers. It talks about the biggest and best games for a social world. And about always on 3G. And here's the fun thing. 3G, even though it was always on, didn't even work with online very well. Which is pretty amazing, especially considering how hyped the Vita was. It also talks about how you get remote play with your PS3, not PS4, PS3. And it talks about your PS3 games and content being accessible on your Vita. And it also talks about how it has take on your friends with or the world with always on 3G. Guess what? 3G didn't even work for like most of the online games. And it talks about all these features, and I get into the biggest and best games only on the Vita. And of course, you get to chat with others on the fly, even though it's only party chat, and even though many games on the Vita do not even have, what do you call it? Oh yeah, in-game chat. So here's what the Vita is being advertised as today. I mean, look, instead of something as mainstream as Call of Duty or Madden, take a look at this. It has Borderlands 2. Now, Borderlands 2 is pretty well known, and keep in mind, it's a pretty big FPS on the PC, but it's not even the same kind of first-person shooter as Call of Duty is. In fact, if anything, it's more like a role-playing game first-person shooter, like one of those games. And while it did start that big genre, keep in mind it came not only a while after it was out on PC and Xbox. In fact, let me take a look at this. Does it have a release date on here? No, no, it doesn't. But considering how it came out earlier this year when Borderlands 2 had been out for a while before that, it's a late version. But it gets even better. Look at all these amazing, deep, intellectual Vita games. Remember when the Vita was supposed to get Bioshock? Remember when that was supposed to come to the Vita? And remember when the Vita was getting all these big, like, multiplats? It was getting Metal Gear Solid, it was getting Madden, it was getting Call of Duty. Remember that? Well, guess what? Look what it's getting now. Hyperdimension Neptunia, Miku. Let's click on games. Oh, Senran Kagura, a game that's like totally fit for yeah. I'm already looking at this and I get the feeling that somebody's going to barge in my door for like look, I click videos and screenshots and I think there's a good reason why there's none on this page. If you even have looked up gameplay about this, you might feel like Chris Hansen is going to come and get you. I'm not even joking. Just looking at footage of that game makes you feel like Chris Hansen is going to be telling you to have a seat. Oh, Hatsune Miku, the Milli Vanilli of the year 2014. You can like totally play a game with the world's fakest pop star Hatsune Miku and just press buttons. Just like Rock Band, but like more kawaii desu. And yeah, these are the best-selling games on the Vita, people. These are the best-selling games. Oh, and get this. Here's a PS2 port being a best-selling game too. Oh, there's Minecraft. A game literally on everything else, including cell phones. But yet at the same time, other games which are big are not on the Vita. A lot of, like, the newest Call of Duty? Can you get that on the Vita? No. Can you get in fact, wait, what? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Look, most anticipated. Look at all these kawaii desu weeaboo games. But yet, what do you see on the Xbox One or PS4? Oh, gee, let's take a look at these. Wow. Hey, let's see what's not on next gen. The Vita. Final Fantasy Type 0, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Dragon Age, GTA 5. Yeah, GTA is skipping out on the Vita, but they are making it for cell phones. And you know what they're also making for cell phones? They're making games such as BioShock, that game that got snubbed on the Vita, that's on the cell phones. Oh, Evolve, that's not on the Vita. Oh, Okay, sure. Assassin's Creed Unity was kind of crappy, but Far Cry 4 is not on the Vita. Destiny's not. In fact, all these best-selling games, are you noticing a trend here? They're not on the Vita. The Vita, that system um, that was supposed to have the biggest and best games, and let me have all my PS3 games being accessible on the go. Gee. In fact, oh look, even the description's the same here. Let's take a look at what games are on the go with the whole PS3. Let's see if we can get these games on the Vita. Sorry. This is taking a while to load. Oh, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, GTA 5. I can't get those on my Vita, or I can't remote play them either. And look at all these. Sure, there's a lot of Skylanders crap being sorted in with games here. Let me narrow. Can I narrow it down to games? No, I can't. Oh well. Look at all these games, like in between all these Skylander toys are somehow in the top seller. You can't get them on the freaking Vita. You just can't. So yes, but here's what makes it even better. These memory cards? These are an absolute scam. Look at this. $30 for a 16 gig memory card. You know what I can get for $30 on Amazon, or like slightly more than that? You know what I can get? Take a look at this, guys. 64 gig. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. and 32 gig. Literally, the only thing that costs more is a 128 gig. And you know what? You know what? Let's see how much a 128 gig Vita card is. Uh-oh, they don't even exist. And guess what? The 64 gig Vita card is an import from Japan. Look, look, look. Sony doesn't even care about the system. And he can't use micro SD cards, you have to use these expensive ass memory cards. So as you can see here, even if you buy digital games, the Vita is still a ripoff. It just is. So let's take a look at what Vita games are best selling. Minecraft, the bundle for Borderlands 2, and of course Hyperdimension Neptunia. Yep, that's in the bestseller list for the system, people. Neptunia. That piece of garbage. Remember when I played that piece of garbage on a stream? That could really be considered a game. But yet, look at this. Look at this crap. Look, the resale value of this thing is tanked. It just has. But you know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do before the resale value tanks even more? I'm going to do this. I'm going to go sell my Vita on Amazon because nobody even wants this piece of crap anymore. I better do it before the resale value tanks even more. Look at this crap. It's tanked. It's freaking tanked. But it gets even better because let's take a look at PlayStation TV. Keep in mind, it can't even play all the Vita games. And yet at the same time, you've got this system that can't even play. Look, look, they're even selling it for cheap now. You know the best part? Oh, now the whole thing's PlayStation Now, which you might as well go buy PS3 and the game's cheaper because PlayStation Now has input lag. Get this, the reviews are horrible. People talk about how it has potential. Look, lack of Netflix and YouTube. This is supposed to be a stream box. It lacks stuff even the freaking Nintendo Wii has. Yeah, even the Nintendo Wii can do Netflix. Oh, look, a good buy for Vita owners. Look what games they recommend. Senran Kagura Akaiba's Trip. You know, I mean, look at this game. Just look at the box art. You'd totally be caught playing this in the subway, right? I mean, look at these screenshots, man. You totally want to go in the subway, playing or bus, playing a Kaiba's Trip. I mean, that will totally make you look like a sane, normal human being. So yeah, it has very few apps. Remote play is laggy. So yeah, did I mention it doesn't even work with all Vita games? It only works with a subset of them. So as you can see right here, the Vita is a piece of crap. I'm sorry, I'm just sucking a cough drop. I've got like a bad sore throat. Yeah, Vita is a piece of crap system. It just is. And you know, that's why I'm selling mine because there are so many other things I could get on Amazon. I mean, sure, for this Vita Wi-Fi, I could get a new television. I could get a new television for like a little bit over $100. I really could. You know what I also could get? I could also put it toward PC parts. I could put it toward video games. I already got a new cell phone. In fact, let me even show you my new cell phone. I might make a review on this. It's actually been a pretty good phone. I've got it right next to me right now. I just got this new Blue Life 8. Pretty fast octa-core phone. And you know what? Let's see how much a Vita costs new. A Vita with weaker power and fewer games costs more than a cell phone, guys. But you know what? I might as well show you one more thing. One more thing besides just upgrades. I've got this too. Check this out. $60, you can get a Windows 8 tablet. Now you might be saying, oh, but tablets have no games. I mean, tablets can't run anything. I mean, all you're going to be playing are Candy Crush and, not just, I mean, I even have this tablet. It's a real good tablet, but You might be thinking all I'll be playing is Candy Crush and Angry Birds. Well, guess what? Intel CPU, Windows 8, micro SD card, 128 gig. I can like put in an SD card, load that thing up with games, more games in the Vita, mind you, because I can just buy them off Steam or as a full USB port, so I can like plug in a disk drive and install my CD games off it, and boom, I can be playing like Crisis. I could be playing a Halo. I could be playing Call of Duty anywhere. You know what? The Vita doesn't have Call of Duty. Vita doesn't have Witcher. Vita doesn't have all these other games. But you know what does? This tablet. This tablet has all these games, and I can play them all for a low price. Specs aren't the same as a gaming PC, but what did you expect? Check this out. There's even a $60 model. I don't know how many games it'll run compared to the other one. Probably fewer because it has less RAM. But you'll probably still play some games on here. I mean, look at this. $60 for a PC. A full PC running Windows 8. You get these cheap. Cheaper than a Vita. Cheaper than a 3DS. And you know, anybody with sense and who realizes that they can play their Steam games on here is going to buy one of these instead of just buying another Vita, which has no games, unless you want to be caught. I mean, which would you rather play in the subway? Halo? I mean, if you play Halo, everybody will be looking at you like, dude, that's a sick ass cool tablet, yo. If you play Kaiba's Trip, people look at you like, what is this crap you're playing? I mean, seriously, that's what people in the real world do when they see people playing games with lollies in them. Yeah, exactly. In other words, there's no point in buying, like, let's just say, the Vita. I mean, look at this PlayStation Now. They even talk about how it can play on the Vita page. Let me go back here. Let me go back here. See all PS Vita. Okay. Check this out. Entire back catalog of PS1, PS2, and PS3 games. Hmm. Only says PS3 here. Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, in other words, there's no point in buying a Vita. I'm just gonna sell my Vita and go buy some other stuff. In fact, I've already got some other, well, let's just say, interests that are like better than that kind of stuff. You know, like Unix. In fact, I'm even taking these courses at my college for Unix, and I can actually get paid for learning Unix. You know, I actually get real money for doing stuff in Unix because I can get a job at places. And of course, check this out. I've even got it running on my very own Unix machine from Hewlett Packard with Remote X. In fact, I'm even gonna like show you that I'm not making this up. Here you go. P86,500 megahertz, 64-bit, 1 gig, HPU X1111. Here we go. Here you go. Check this out. It's better than a freaking it's better than one of those, computers that are like running only Windows. But yeah, there you go. I've got right here Unix running, and like keep in mind, I'm actually going to be learning this kind of stuff, and I'm actually going to get paid. I'm actually going to get paid money for knowing Unix. I mean, I can't get paid money for playing video games like I can learning Unix. I mean, sure, you might get paid money being in some game tournament. I could get paid money working at a game developer doing their back end stuff on Unix for money. I could do that. You know what I can't do though? I can't do stuff such as play Mario or Hyperdimension Neptunia all day and get paid for it. So yeah. Now of course I can also have fun doing this too. I can like learn all these commands and VI for example. Oh crap. I'm still trying to learn how to like go backspace because they make it a pain in Unix, especially with this terminal. But look, I'm already learning more and more about Unix. So yeah, there you have it. Oh, I can do all this stuff with it though from remote telnet. But yeah, as you can see, I'm actually going places in life, and I might as well sell my Vita and go like actually buy stuff that can do more, or buy stuff I can use in more places than a useless piece of crap handheld with no games. So yeah, that's all I have to say on the Vita. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.